Vitality is our ability to have spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical bliss. Some call it paradise. We call it a game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, the minstrel show continues because apparently Candace Owens and Kanye West thought that it was a good idea to remind the world that indeed white lives matter. I'm just going to share my screen really quickly, read you a really quick article. So for those of you who don't know what's going on, let me just read this really quickly. It says Kanye West shamed for wearing dangerously dumb White Lives Matter shirt. He doesn't care about the Black community, okay? Today, Kanye, I'm not going through the artist formerly known as, this is Kanye West, y'all, launched a surprise Yeezy fashion show in Paris. The event was attended by celebrities like Beyonce, Rihanna, Angelina Jolie, Lauryn Hill, Naomi Campbell, Emily, whatever her last name is, Giselle Bundchen, and Bella Hadid, and featured a Sunday service style musical number that included a children's choir. West's daughter, Northwest, was among the singers. It ain't a surprise if everybody showed up, okay? But all that anybody can talk about is a controversial black sweatshirt that he wore, which had a picture of the Pope in the front and the words "White Lives Matter" on the back. Online, there was an immediate debate as to whether it was some kind of marketing stunt or just him trolling. Although Kanye has a well-documented history of mental illness, he also has shown himself to time and time again promote extremely conservative values and ideologues, like him wearing a Make America Great Again hat and meeting with former President Donald Trump in an official endorsement. Twitter quickly responded to his bizarre sartorial choice in a since deleted post. Jaden Smith Pope thing denounced the move, saying that he can't stand behind West's choice and that he does not have the full support of the youth. The son of Will and Jada has left tweets up saying Black Lives Matter, and I don't care whose it is. If I don't feel the message, I'm out. Uphill author Jamel Hill called the sweatshirt dangerously dumb. Writer Meacham Merriweather said Kanye shows y'all and tells y'all he doesn't care about the Black community, yet y'all still be right there at Sunday service buying every G.I. Joe boot and every piece of raggedy fabric he drops. Many others pointed to an Instagram exchange between former professional basketball player Jack McClinton and producer and media personality Van Lathan, the latter of whom wrote eloquently of the white supremacist notion. And this is part of what he wrote, which I thought was very well said. Van Lathan said, "We don't need a reminder of the worth of white lives. America is a shrine to the worth of white people. This message is reactionary to a message affirming the worth of Black life, which have never been worth anything in America. In its intent, it's a white supremacist notion because it posits that we can't have a conversation about the worth of Black people without having a conversation about the worth of white people, which is effing insane. The notion that it always has to be about white people in America is incredibly frustrating, emotionally draining, and the whole problem. But here's Kanye apparently centering that notion, okay? So I'm going to actually stop sharing, okay, and come back to you guys. I thought that was very well put, and I echo those sentiments because the minstrel show is it continues with this type of buffoonery that we're talking about. And like I said, I echo those notions because we don't need a reminder of the value of white life. This is the whole entire struggle. They have ensured that their lives are really the only ones that are seen as even having inherent value in the first place. It has been Black life that has been perpetuated and purported to not have any inherent value at all. And that's why there was even a slogan called Black Lives Matter. See, while the organization Black Lives Matter might be a scam and we have a petition going against them, the concept that Black life matters is not a scam. In point of fact, it was there because of why. See, we can't forget where that slogan, where that saying came from and why it was popularized in the first place. The entire reason that the slogan Black Lives Matter even exists at all is due to the rampant and nonchalant way that Black men were simply gunned down by police officers on an increasingly regular basis, to such an extent that it was becoming a reluctantly accepted part of our culture as Black people and as a reality for Black men, that anytime they were to come upon or encounter the police for any reason whatsoever, whether he was directly involved, whether it was a traffic stop, whether whatever was going on, didn't matter what was happening, Black men had to fear, and they still do have to fear for their life, because a police officer feeling some type of way that day might have an itchy trigger finger, and that man isn't gonna make it home that night because of where we are. Because Black life, and specifically the lives of Black men, don't have any inherent value. It's inherently worthless, is where this even came from. To why it became routine to watch video after video, body cam after body cam, story after story of Black men simply being gunned down, and the same old excuse: I feared for my life, he was reaching for something, blah, 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 blah. And so we've had to deal with and watch and be re-traumatized over and over again, and watch Black men be gunned down by the police no matter what situation he was in or what it called for or what was going on. And at the same time, watch active white shooters, active white male shooters, whether they were grown and shooting up grocery stores in Buffalo, or whether they were teenagers shooting up the school that they came from because they didn't get enough attention from the girls and from their mama and daddy. Okay, watch them be apprehended peacefully after shooting dead by witness tens of people in a school, and them just being apprehended like normal, like they were jaywalking or something. Actively dangerous. Police roll up on them actively killing people. And then to be apprehended peacefully, to be taken to get themselves something to eat, Dylan Roof. To watch that dynamic play out. And we don't know that this is a country that is built around the so-called inherent value of white life. We don't know that. We don't know where we are. We forgot where we are. Because white men don't have to have that talk about what they should do and what they shouldn't do when they encounter police officers. They don't have to have that talk. Because I've watched police officers handle white men who are armed and dangerous and talk them down. But you can show up and within not 5 seconds of pulling up to a young Tamir Rice with a toy gun, shoot him dead. But we need a reminder about the so-called inherent value of white life. We need a reminder for that. This has been the entire thing. And this is why this is just another form of the minstrel show, of doing the bidding of a system and a power structure not meant to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. Because you're running around here promoting the inherent value of white life as a mockery to saying that black life mattered and had inherent value. This is a mockery of that. And they got two buffoons sitting up there doing the mockery. White people don't got to do it. See, because white people know that look bad when they do it. They know that look bad. They know this automatically they're going to put the racist label on them if they show up. But if you do it, Candace Owens, I don't care what kind of conservative viewpoint you have. I don't care how conservative. I don't care that you're married to a white man. I don't care about none of that. Don't nobody need another lesson, small or large, about the value of white life. We don't need that lesson. Everybody gets that lesson. We don't need that lesson. Everybody get that lesson. Because white people are able to retain their humanity and their individuality no matter what they do. Nothing that one do reflect on all of them. But we can make blanket statements about the worth and the value of black men, because I never did like, Miss Candace, your take on George Floyd's death, because he wasn't the perfect victim. Because he wasn't this innocent angel victim of a man that all of a sudden what was done to him wasn't quite that wrong. It wasn't all that wrong. It almost could be justified. Or the fact that we even was bringing up stuff that he might have did in his past or did in his life that didn't paint him in this perfect character. All of a sudden, the knee from Derek Chauvin didn't matter, Miss Candace. Because see, you are right when you talking about feminism, but this is where me and you and I part ways. Because I actually believe in the value and an inherent value of black life, and in particular, the inherent value of the life of black men. And they don't have to be perfect victims to be victims. But this is nothing more. We shouldn't be surprised, because this is gatekeepers gatekeeping. This is what they do. Show up in public, do a publicity stunt like this to reinforce us subconsciously about why we uphold the lost value system. The lost value system is upheld by black people because we don't see any inherent value in our life. We only see it in their life. That's why we uphold it. That's the root reason why we uphold it in the first place. And them stepping out doing that just shows you that they either gatekeeping with knowledge or they gatekeeping with ignorance. Either way, it's gatekeeping. Because you obviously don't know where you are and what you're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. You don't understand value systems. You don't understand biology, culture, and environment and the confluence between the three. You have no concept of the 10 life values, nor the lost value system, nor the lost cause system. You don't understand the world and how it works. Because if you did, you wouldn't have showed up with a White Lives Matter t-shirt or sweatshirt or whatever. They know their life matter. They made sure to make sure that you knew that their life mattered. As a matter of fact, they made sure that you understood that their life mattered more than yours, that they were more important than you because they're better than you. Because see, they do, the important things and you don't. Y'all so silly. Anyway, we have a petition against the Black Lives Matter organization, not concept. And we are past our $8,000, our 8,000 signature goal that we wanted to reach. Let's shoot for 10, because the more signatures we get, the more we are able to hold Black Lives Matter Foundation accountable for the more than $100 million theft that they perpetrated on the Black community. So if you want to become part of holding them accountable, please click in the description box the link to the petition, sign it, share it, and contribute to it. Also, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.